Good morning, my people. Thank you for coming back to another Tony Montana video. Please say hello to my buddy and my pal, Ramsey. He's the pretty one. He's the handsome one. He's the one that looks the part. So I wanted to talk to you guys about something that's going on in Mexico, and obviously this is the thought process probably that happens in the United States and other parts that has the American people terrier and people that are working these American people terriers. I'm hearing that there's a little commotion going on towards the channel El Dios de los Perros, which is a Mexican based channel. He has had many interviews with dogmen from Mexico. I believe most of them, if not all of them, are retired, and they're pretty lengthy conversations. They're literally on the spot. Literally, they're like in some sort of restaurant, and they're sitting down and they're just literally talking. Fresh. It's not something that he found on some sort of magazine and just no. Has gone through cities, has traveled to cities to speak to these individuals in person rather than having them over the phone. Most of the time, these individuals are older people that prefer to do things old school. They prefer to do this, in person, like back in the day. So he has used a lot of his money, personal money, to actually get these interviews going. And now we have some other dog men in Mexico feeling perhaps because they're scared of what happened to Mexican dogmen that did a documentary. I was at least 12 years ago. It looked like from the 90s, but someone told me it's from the 2000s. So I think I've shared that video on my channel. It's a Mexican dogman that talks about his dogs and what they do and blah blah blah. I shared that. Come here, Ramsey. So anyway, I want to point out that really, why do people recall? Why do people write history? It's to maintain the history. It's to make sure that the history is never forgotten. History of what? The culture. In this case, in this instance, it's a subculture of dog men or dog people that. Come here, Ramsey. Come here. See, now he's left me behind. So really, you guys have to think of I lost my train of thought. The point of recording this is to maintain this for next all the generations, future generations, and these individuals, because something it's happened, is something that's happened in Mexico now. Like, oh, we have to shut down everything written, everything spoken. We have to shut down everything so we don't get caught, or at least the panic. This is coming from a realm of emotion, a realm of fear, that they're feeling this. And I'm like, I told them, like, hey, United States people have been dealing with this for decades. We are always been, for many decades, we've been assaulted, in our private homes, because we have been, owning these dogs for many generations, or for some people for many years. Come here, Ramsey. Why are you hiding over there for? So, really, the point is that if the cultures that get their written history recorded, destroyed, anything records destroyed, they become extinct. I'm gonna give you an example. The Aztecs. I make that example for them. The Aztecs, when the Spaniards came and conquered them, they tried to destroy every piece of writing that the Aztecs had. So that now today we don't have a clear view of what their culture was about, all the things of their culture. We just have been trying to piece things together, and because the Spaniards destroyed it, and we're trying to piece together what that culture was about, their advances and how they lived, with very little information, because again the history was destroyed, and we want as historians, as people that love the breed and love the respect the culture, respect the history, we want this breed to continue way after we die, way after things come to pass. And the only way they can learn when we're dead, or what happened in the past, is by writing it down, by recording it in audio, recording in video, so that they can appreciate and understand what happened, and for them to get to have those dogs that they will have in the future, and how to maintain these dogs true to nature, true to their nature, true to their breed. And I think that these individuals in Mexico that are right now, from what I'm understanding, they're trying to join together to ask YouTube to take these interviews down, to take these videos down. And I think that they're not doing this for the breed. They're doing this out of fear, And I think that us as people, we need to record as much as possible. Now we will circle back here. Yes, maybe we need to hide faces. Maybe we need to hide ourselves, our voices. But in one way or another, things need to be recorded. Great dogs need to be taken pictures of. Maybe walk. So that there's people in the future that can appreciate them, either visually in their work, or just just walking around. So, in essence, and at this point, I really have to remind you guys that yes, we need to be careful here in the United States and outside the United States, because a lot of people are automatically against the breed, automatically against the owner of the breed, just by having a game bred dog. You're already like, especially if you're here in the United States, you're a minority, and you have this breed, and perhaps you're not overly wealthy. That's like 2/3 of the law. Excuse me, 2/3 of the crime, and then so you're easy. They're easier to try to persecute you, and because of that. Anyway, this is Tony Montana. Until next time.